Hi friends, trying out something new here. These are hydroponic trays with seed pots and rock wool. I'm trying out a hydroponic system. I'm actually going to use this during the winter, but I wanted to try it during the summertime. The reason that glass is on top of there is because I don't want any additional water to get in there. It dilutes the fertilizer water, and also I need to control the level. So that's why actually I'd love to have rainwater, use rainwater, but I have to be very careful about controlling the level. So I just put that together today. It's something new, and I put these stakes here to make it easier to walk underneath the hops, which will eventually be growing. Here's what I'm using. I've got this from the company hydrogardens.com, and what I'm using is hydroponic plant food 10-8-22, 5 pounds, and it's 1 teaspoon per gallon, and then also in addition magnesium sulfate. That's a 1/4 teaspoon per gallon. Each of those trays that I had are just short of 5 gallons when full, so I just went just under 5 teaspoons and 1 plus a little bit teaspoon of the magnesium sulfate. These are the rock wool starter plugs. Put a seed in there, and that's about it. And I just got those at the local grow shop. And the light that I'm going to use, I'm actually going to use hydroponics during the winter. That's really what it's for. The light that I'm going to use, I just bought it. It's a shop light, a 4-bulb shop light. It's T8s. Oh yes, that's a very interesting picture, I know. But anyway, this is it was like $32 at Menards, and I'll just be using the fluorescent lights, and that is intended for winter. I mean, generally my goal is to make good soil by mulching and correct gardening. This is really more winter greens is what I'm hoping to do. I've got kale started out there, and if that works, I think that's going to be my main focus, because with those 2 trays of 8 seed pots each, that should provide quite a bit of green leafy vegetable for the winter. I think the harvest time is 30 to 40 days after you plant it, and you can harvest a few leaves at a time, and so the harvest is not just all at once. It goes over time. So that's kind of my plan for the winter, and I'm trying it out outside using something called the Kratky method, and that is a hydroponic gardening method without air stones and without an air pump. I do have them. I'm probably going to use them in the basement, but outside I wanted to try it without any electricity at all to see how that worked. And what that is you start out with the water just at the bottom of the seed pot, and it wets the rock wool, the seeds start, and as the water evaporates and the plants take up that water, the water level drops, and the plants have an 1 inch to 2 inches of air between the seed pod and the water, where their roots can actually take up air from the atmosphere, and that's how it's done. And this is my first time, so that's an experiment that I'm trying. I've got enough plant food. I mean, I got 5 pounds of plant food, and 5 teaspoons should be enough for 30 days. So I think I've got enough for a few years here, to at least for those two little trays of 8 plants each. So that's what I'm doing today.